Welcome back to Third Phase Moon. Blake Cousins. We're live right now, and people have been asking about what's going on in regard. Oh, hold on a sec. We're getting a little delay here, and there's some issues going on. Let me just turn that down, and I see things are coming up right now. We are live, by the way, and people are joining us. I think we have approximately people that have just joined us, 215 people. I'm sure this is going to get over 1,000 right now because we're telling people on social media that we obtained some documents in regards to a possible Stargate project in the United Kingdom. And we're going to be going over those documents. They were leaked. I just received these a few days ago. The entire, I don't know if it's the whole Project Stargate. Obviously, it's just kind of the tip of the iceberg, some of the procedures, some of the lethal possible applications that have been done to biological beings. You'll see when we start showing you these documents, including two incredible UFO videos that we're going to be going over, and we're going to be inviting the public if you guys want to join in and discuss some of the evidence that we're presenting in regards to the phenomenon. By all means, jump in on this live StreamYard. We're doing it live, and I just dropped it. So let's just hold on a sec. I know people been asking as well, like, where's breakfast? Is breakfast okay? Yeah, he's right here. Let me just bring him into the show because breakfast is our dog. He found us one day, just kind of like ran into our home, and he says, "Hey guys, I'm here." And he was probably about 5 years old. Right now, he's 11. Let's bring in breakfast. There he is. He's still around. The coolest UFO dog right on the planet, and breakfast is a good dog. He's kind of our bodyguard. I know there's a lot of dogs that would be really afraid of this guy. Anyway, thanks, breakfast. Now, anyway, give us a big thumbs up. Breakfast needs it, and he's probably getting hungry right now. But let's bring in these documents right now. It's interesting what we obtained, and again, it came to an email, and we're going to get into the background story on it. But let's reveal these documents and take a close look at this. It says it's a confidential report, the Nakamura-based 78 operative eyes only. And we're going to get into a little detail on this. And guys, you might want to go back and watch this so you could maybe see if we could find out exactly if this is legit. Apparently, the Nakamura Corporation is an internal research report with part 1, method of operation, a proven theory, part 2, the development of a inducement technology, and part 3, a practical application of the inducement procedure. So as we look at this, once again, this is part 1. It's basically states it's a brief overview. The transportation effect of the mysterious structures that we now call Stargates at the base 78 were first experienced by modern man in early 47. When the true strategic significance of the structures were released, however, there's a lot of other things that came into play. Early experiences of the Stargate travel taught us that a mouth of an outbound wormhole first manifests between a pair of Stargate structures. Again, this is kind of there's a lot of detail here. The wormholes generate between Stargates and star jumps. Again, a better understanding. Studies of the intervening years has greatly improved our ability in forecasting. Let's see. Let's back it up again. The operation of Stargates with base 78 and the manifestation of jump points of the off-world. So again, if these documents are correct and they are legit, then we might be onto something here. Again, the reason why we're putting out these documents, and we're going to get into a little bit more of that, is we want to verify them. If any of this looks familiar to anybody out there across the planet, are they aware of the Okamura project? Was it 78? And again, the base. We're going to be dropping some of these documents on our Facebook and Twitter, the original ones, and so you guys could go over it. Let's get back into some of this, and see what they're saying here. The numerous readings taken during this on an ongoing period of study have produced many and varied results, leading to an equal number of theories as how to the state gates operate. All but one have been disproved. Every new shred of evidence appears to strengthen the argument of this remaining theory. This is again confidential, as you can see. The Nakamura base 78 operative eyes only. Again, we're going to get to a little bit of the background behind these, but again, let's just continue through this. We got part two, the development of the inducement technology, and apparently there's some successful experiments. The results from the program have allowed the isolation of a number of key elements of the Stargate spectrum of energies that control the formation, size, and the stability of jump point. This is what's interesting, the survivability. Let's look at this a little closer, because however they say anybody entering in an induced jump point appeared to become trapped in a hyperspace until the corresponding Stargate comes online and they have an exit point available. As was witnessed with the first experience, the experiment's long-term exposure to hyperspace still proves to be lethal. The survivability tests on biological studies have shown that hyperspace exposure in excess of 48 minutes is 99% lethal. Exposure times of 34 minutes puts us in the 50% lethal region, and while exposure of 14 minutes have a survivability of 89%. They're saying in order to minimize this risk, safety margins have been built into our inducement operation procedure, limiting the pre-prediction period in which inducement should be initiated no more than 6 times. So this is interesting stuff. Again, we received these documents, and from the story behind it, he seems like a proper source, and I don't think he's playing any games. Apparently, he's had this in his possession for a while, and Brent's handed me a little bit of the background on it. Let's just bring this in, and guys, let me just read what he's saying here. He says this. He says, "Unfortunately, the guy who gave me these documents, I no longer have contact with them." He doesn't know the name. It was over 25 years ago. So he says he's kept these documents safe all this time, hoping that I could sell these to a top newspaper and get payloads of money. At least that was his original idea, as he was stating here. And it's interesting when we look at this. He keeps going on and says, "The only problem is nobody believes these documents are as real as I have over years showed them to a few friends, and they think they're fake. I don't believe they are. At the time I was given these documents, I was very interested in crop circles because he lives close to Salisbury. We have a lot of crop circles and still do, but it's not in the newspapers anymore like it used to be back in the 70s and 80s. So apparently the guy that gave him these documents wanted to give it to him because he knew he's kind of into this kind of stuff. So that's pretty interesting stuff. He also says, all I remember about this local guy who dropped into my local bar with his girlfriend, walked into the bar one night and said to me, you're into this sort of stuff, and gave me these documents. He said he was working at the old U.S. Greenham Common Nuclear Base. That became famous in the UK because it once had nuclear missiles. Let's stop it there for a second, because I did some research about the U.S. Greenham Common Nuclear Base, and that indeed did exist, and now it's been torn down, but it was active during the Cold War, and actually the U.S. had nuclear missiles implanted in the U.S. Greenham Common Nuclear Base over there in the UK. again, it's been dismantled, but apparently this is where it all went down. Let's read what he says here as well. He says, because it once had nuclear missiles there because it was closed down. Yes. He says, I believe now it's just a housing estate only. This is all I can remember about receiving these documents. Obviously, the paper and print could be tested to see how old these documents really are. And I don't believe the guy was just giving them to me. He wasn't intelligent enough to make and fake this stuff himself. So that's all he has on these documents. So again, it's interesting to think about if this is indeed genuine. He says the guy wasn't intelligent enough to talk about these documents or create this fake. Again, he's willing, we're in communication with the source of these documents, and he's willing to have the paperwork studied. So again, I believe these documents are over 25 years old. He's been holding on to them all this time. He thought he was going to make a lot of money. He just never found any way to get it out there. So he contacted Third Phase of Moon, and that's why we're getting it out there. So we're going to be supplying all the documents online. So if anybody could help us out, see if this looks familiar to you in any way, that would be great, because this is really engaging to think about what this could be implicating right here. So let's jump into the next thing that we have to present tonight, and we've got a couple doozies for you. 2 UFO sightings that right now I'm having a hard time explaining to anybody, and we're inviting the public. If you guys want to join in, we're definitely wanting to get your opinions. Some people think it's just all about us. We're just trying to find out the answers to what the phenomenon is, and sometimes the public helps, and they help a lot. So this is how we could solve mysteries. And so again, I'm going to be putting the link right now in the chat room, and if you guys want to chime in, you don't have to be on camera. Just make sure you got good audio, and that's cool enough for us. So let's bring in this next UFO submission right here. Watch, guys.
That's hollow.
Are you recording it?
So I'm getting a side-by-side comparison. The original to the left, whatever this object is, it just kind of hangs there. It almost looks like a pod. It has this metallic sheen. It's really dark underneath. It has this weird shape to it. It's unfamiliar to other UFOs that I've seen in a while. And some people think that's a bug. I don't think that's a bug up there, just hanging up there suspended in the sky. I guess people want to be funny, but I guess John Hint says he thinks that's a bug. Guys, do you agree with John? I'd have to disagree, but if John wants to come on the show and explain why he thinks it's a bug, that'd be great. I love this. Let's see. What do you guys think? Some kind of maybe possible spy drone? It really kind of reminds me of the old 1980s Gulf Breeze incident, where there's this metallic pod-like craft just hovering over the ocean there. But this was captured not too long ago. Guys, what is this? More like a bag. So I see UFOs thinks that's like some kind of bag up in the air. Again, he says LOL, but I'm not exactly sure why he's laughing about his statement, if he believes it or not. Some people are just sarcastic sometimes, but again, I don't think that's any kind of bag, guys. I think there's something interesting about this one. Let's bring in. Let's see. We got somebody joining us. We got Wicked World. Hey, welcome to the show. How you doing today? Joining us. We got Wicked World. We got your audio. I think there might be a little delay on my end, but what do you think's going on here, Wicked World? Joining us. What do you think's going on here, Wicked World? With the TV background, so you might want to cut that off. That'd be good.
Is it still echoing? That looks like a balloon.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think we're having some issues with Wicked World, and we're getting a little bit of feedback on that. I could be wrong, but guys, as we're looking at this again, it seems pretty interesting. I don't think it's a bag. I'm not thinking it's a bug, that's for sure. And it seems pretty high up there in altitude. Wicked, are we coming in a little better? What do you think it is?
Now?
I am.
Wicked, are we coming in a little better?
Can you hear me now?
Sometimes dealing with the public, it gets a little technical, and I appreciate Wicked World for showing up, but we have to, we got to keep it going. We got to keep it going. So let's get into the next video, guys. I want to get your comments on what that was. Now let's bring in the next one. This one is wild. When I first looked at this, I was going back into some of the statements we've heard from people across the world telling us about these lights that move and then take off and do these incredible maneuvers. We don't really like the dot UFOs, and people send us dot UFOs where you just see one white dot in the sky or just a white dot. We don't want to get those UFOs, only if they do something extraordinary. And what we're about to show you was shot in night vision, and it is phenomenal footage. Again, we're trying to figure out what's really going on. So let's give it a shot here, guys. Take a look at this. We're getting a little closer look at it. Do you see that? It's really dancing up there. Extremely incredible. The maneuvers on this video are just mind-blowing. I'm gonna get a little closer on it. Look at this. So I guess John Hint says this is good. Yeah, I'd have to agree, John, with you on that one. That's incredible footage. I'm just trying to figure out what's really going on. We got the UFO man with his $1.99 super sticker. What's up, the UFO man? Appreciate the support. Guys, come in, give us your opinions. Let's bring this back up to full screen here, because this is some wild footage here. Spencer Lewis says that's too fast to be a satellite, and I would have to concur. This is within the atmosphere, but look at on how it has its it almost seems like it's on fire or some kind of a static charge. Lights up like a lightning bolt almost at certain points and changes directions. Somebody thinks that's a laser pointer, but Ozzy, that's a good guess, I guess. But I'd have to say that the laser pointer, would it stop on the backdrop of space? And you can see that the stars are right there. It's not reflecting off a cloud. So the laser, you can't point a laser into deep space and have a pinpoint like that. That would be impossible unless there was some kind of cloud layer. So I would have to rule out laser pointer, but appreciate all the opinions guys have. Just keep it coming in right here. The lightning bug, you know, you could think that it's a lightning bug. And again, I'm not an expert. I don't know what it is, but if it were a lightning bug, I would think we'd have these kind of sightings on a daily basis, a nightly basis. If anybody could show me a video like this of a lightning bug, maybe, well, that would be great, because I've never seen anything like this. And that thing is really bright. It goes behind the trees, and the charge on this thing is much more powerful than just a small little insect lightning bug. But you never know. Hey, thanks for that. Appreciate everything. An AI satellite. We got Brian Cashire thinks it's an artificial intelligence satellite out there. This is pretty incredible. Let's give this a thumbs up. Share this link on your social media. We're just about 1,000 watchers right now, and then I'm going to drop the link right now. So if anybody wants to come in, let's bring them in. And guys, hey, get on camera. Give us your thought process on this. Is this CGI? Does anybody think it's CGI here? We really don't want to put up CGI. We try to stay away from all that stuff. We just want to share footage from people, like we just shared with you, the documents coming in from the public. It hasn't been seen for over 25 years. We're bringing you incredible videos on a daily basis. Connect with Roger Spur, Mud Fossil University. Steven, $4.99 super chat. What should we connect with Roger Spur for at Mud Fossil University? Not exactly sure, but is there any reason why we should? What could he help us out with? Hey, thanks a lot, man. That's it. We always like to make new connections out there in this field. We need all the help from anybody. Universities, the public, bugs. Some people are just dumb. Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't think I agree. Yeah, I don't know. We're not calling anybody dumb here. We're just rolling out that it is a bug. So that's interesting. It's this guy's saying it's Kevin Campbell. It's my AI drones. Okay, if you could provide me the model number of your AI drone, or show me that kind of action in the sky, that would be really fun to debunk this video with your AI drone that you created. That would be cool if you did, but I don't think so. Prove it though. That'd be great. Upload it to YouTube. Send it to my email, Kevin. Let's bring in Eric McCluskey with a, what is this? $1 super chat from Cali. Thanks, man. Thanks, Eric. Let's see. So let's see. We're getting some guests coming in. We got Aaron. Aaron has a YouTube channel. We've never met before, but let's bring in Aaron. How you doing, Aaron?
If I was doing any better, I'd be you.
We got you. Hey, welcome to the show. I've seen you on YouTube here and there, and hey, what's your thought process on this?
Well, yeah, I don't know, man. It's you might need to get motion correction, because there's a lot of, sometimes the background stars are making those funny moves too. But yeah, I don't know. It's very freaky.
Yeah, I was looking at that to see if the streaks of light matched up with the stars exactly, and there is a little bit of that kind of action, and it could be a camera shake, but there's some parallax behind it. They're not doing the exact same kind of it's just, it doesn't match up. I was looking at that though specifically. Good eye there.
It's very interesting. Very interesting. I sent you an email with a picture I snapped, a screenshot from the ISS of that angled long thing that you saw, that blue thing. I've seen that same thing. And another something that could be a
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're good now. Coming in loud and clear, and there's no echo.
Yeah, I have
Welcome back.
2 apps playing at the same time. But no, I'm into astrophotography. Like, I just got my eye pixels now in today, and I have lasers galore. Okay, and that looks like a laser light. I mean, because
how would it stop against the space? There's no backdrop. There's no screen for it to stop.
Well, it all depends on the camera they're using because of the wavelength in the laser pointers, and then the red eye filter that's in the cameras filters out the.
See, the way you just
the
pointed it
line.
up against the wall, that makes a lot of sense. But to point it up against space, I've never. If you could shoot a video and point your laser at it where you don't see the beam of light and you just see a dot against a clear sky with just stars behind it,
I can probably turn my camera around and shine my laser out my window to see if it does that effect.
It's pretty cool. So you think that if you get a laser and it's clear, bright, and you shoot it up in the sky and you film it, you're not going to see the laser light. You're just going to see a dot. Go try.
Oh, another thing too. Let me show you this.
What do you think, Aaron? Laser light?
I don't know. I think it's something up there. A lightning bug? I don't know, man. Maybe a lightning bug with a glow stick. Maybe.
Yeah. But check this out. If they have a big mirror, and if they have the mirror reflecting the stars down on it, okay? And then all you see is that you see the stars in the mirror, and then you just go like this, and it reflects it. And that's pretty much what it looks like they're doing. Either they're reflecting it from a mirror, shining on the mirror, and that's how come you only see the dot. I've been like studying like UFO stuff for like ever since I was 6. I would lay down and look up at the stars to find weird things. I sent you a video, by the way. It's on my YouTube channel. I live near Oak Ridge, Tennessee, and let's just say there's a power plant just right over here. Okay, I have drone videos of the steam plant pretty much filling up our skies with like fake clouds. Like all the clouds right here where I live at is from the steam plant. So it's like, why is it so hot that it's producing clouds everywhere? And I'm always seeing things like flying from that way over this way. And one day there's this big red ball.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt. We got to keep it on what we're presenting tonight, the evidence on it. So we can ask for another time, but let's stick in. I like the way you brought in the pointing the laser at the mirror as an example, and I thought that's an interesting thought process that somebody could just be playing a game. But again, I did see when you're doing the example, I still see a laser beam. I see the light beam. In this case, that when we're looking at this video, we're not seeing any of that indication of any kind of beam of light. This, whatever this object is, I think it's an individual object with its own light source, without any kind of beam. But Porkchop, what's your thoughts on that?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. Well, I can tell you something very interesting about this. I have seen this exact same object personally in broad daylight. Now this is true, and I actually forgot about this. Now I decided to go outside and look at the sky one day, and I thought to myself, usually the UFO footage that we see is always in the nighttime. So I said, I wonder if I can see something during the day, and I actually did. I swear to you, on my grandfather's grave, I saw that exact shape, exact color, speed in broad daylight. I looked up with the sun glaring at me, a very powerful sun, a perfect clear sky. I couldn't even get your camera outside because there was so much sun, so much glow. But I did notice an object moving across the sky just like that. At the same,
I got it. But let's again. I know it's people want to tell their stories, and we just want to stick to what we're presenting. Again, somebody mentioned in the chat, which I kind of, sorry for interrupting, but again, we just want to stick to this. Again, people are stating as we look at this object, and we're going to get another closer look. Watch it go behind the trees, and we're not seeing any kind of laser.
It looks like it jumps right there.
It's not hitting the tree either.
It's too fast for being a satellite.
They are using night vision too, though.
You'd see it hit the tree right there. So, again, if you would have to say, Wicked World, how much money would you put down that's laser light?
Probably all of it.
You want to do a little wager on that? Just small.
Yeah, we can do a wager of it. It looks like
How about you?
lasers
Are you,
all the
Aaron?
time.
You're gonna make a bet on that? Would you bet on that one as a
But
laser
we'll make
light?
it that they're probably using a mirror or maybe some kind of glass
You think
or
it's a drone?
something, and just shining it through something else.
The only other
Fun
thing
stuff,
I thought
guys.
it could be, the only other thing I thought it could be was a light from the camera reflecting on a window, like inside of a car or something, but it's not moving correctly to be that either. It must be its own source. Something in the sky. That's
Yeah,
my
this
bring
is
this up.
moving too like erratically to be UFO, like the little jumps that it makes. I mean, it's just not that smooth.
But we've heard the stories of these people that see the light and it's there and then it takes off and goes like this. And it's like, we've heard of these stories and we rarely see that kind of video. That's what I like about this one, just because of the fact that we don't get to see a video like this very often. It's, again, we receive them every day from the public, and this one just stands out as something extraordinary. But it could be mundane, or somebody could be pulling a fast one with optical illusions. But again, I think the source seems legit. I think the video is legit, but again, I'm not always right about things, and nobody is in this. Nobody's in this field that gets it right 100%. But let's see. Let's bring in this one real quick. We got 1,000 people still with us. Give us a big thumbs up, guys. While we got you guys here, what do you guys think of this one? Let me get a pull up the close up, the side by side comparison. There it is. So let's just look at it a little bit. And some people are thinking it's a trash bag. Some people think it's a bug. I'm thinking I have no clue what this is, but it does have this kind of pod-like structure that, as I was stating a little earlier. And I want to thank Mary Young Silva, just became a third phase of Moon member. Appreciate that. Guys, what's your thoughts on this one? Let's start it off with Porkchop.
Well, this is definitely something very unusual. Almost looks like a keychain or a ring. I'm not sure if it's transparent or there's actually a gaping hole in the middle. But this is a very unusual shape that I can't even put my mind around.
Wicked?
I've seen videos before of like it's a big black ring, and they say that it comes from like some kind of factory that, whenever it releases the air, it does like the black smoke. But I've never seen one that high up in the air before. And that is kind of awkward.
It's an interesting one. Again, from the public, I don't see any manipulation. Aaron, what's your thought process on it?
What is that ring? Is that the sun or something?
I think that's the
Seems to be.
moon.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
the moon.
Or the
I
balloon.
don't think it'd be the sun. That would be the moon, in my opinion.
Is it something hanging from that white
You're
balloon?
right.
I don't know what that is.
at least it gives us perspective.
It sure does, and you can see a little parallax on it. And I would imagine that whatever, it's hard to tell on how large this craft is, but I would at least say it's, because he does pull out, and you can see a little cloud layer maybe above it. So I'd give it some size on it. Something just flew by real quick.
Is it moving?
Attracted to shiny things. Super sticker with a $20 super sticker. Somebody loves to look at shiny things, and he's made that his YouTube channel's name. That's awesome. Appreciate that $20 super chat. Big thumbs up, man. Big thumbs up, guys. This one's a weird one. Do you guys remember the sighting over there in Gulf Breeze? It wasn't Ed Walters' sighting, but there was a lot of sightings that were happening in Gulf Breeze, and there was this craft that was just kind of hovering over the coast, and it had this pod-like kind of feature that we're looking at right now. Do you guys remember that?
Not
Yeah,
right
where
now.
it showed looked like you could see someone like down inside the pod, right?
Oh, I'll have to bring that up tomorrow. It's a really one of the best videos out there. It looks like a pod. It's just slightly rotating, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Appreciate it, guys. Aaron, what do you do? Your Truth for Quest, I see. Nice logo there. Appreciate you joining us tonight. What's up on the radar for you coming up, Aaron?
I can't really understand. I'm only hearing parts of words.
Little
But
lag.
Yeah, it
I'm not
looks
sure
like
what that, like a handbag or something. I'm not sure what that was.
looks like we lost them. Porkchop, appreciate it. Thanks for
Thanks for
chiming
having
in,
me.
man.
Have a good one.
Yep. Wicked World, appreciate that. Like how we can talk about things and have fun.
Yeah, you never
and-
see females doing this stuff. You
yeah.
never see girls
Keep up the
like,
good work. Get some
yeah,
good
like
stuff
people
for
keep
us.
saying, you know, that girls like aren't into tech or anything. I mean, I got telescopes, I've got drones, you know, I got everything, and you know, I'm looking up at the sky every night, every night.
That's it. What part of the country are you in?
Knoxville, Tennessee.
All right. We'll tell Tim Burchett we like him what he's doing up over there, and Anyway, that's a different story. But hey, if you could recreate that optic effect, if you think there's some kind of optic effect, see if you could recreate that and make it. If you can pretty much mimic it, we'd like to have you back. But anyway, it seems like you got the equipment going behind you, and you have your eyes to the sky. So
Oh yeah, I'm a
Wicked
sky
World.
watcher, so.
You be safe out there. Appreciate
Hey,
it.
I sent you an email. I've got a video of something that I caught in the sky. It's a ball shooting up, and then you see something shoot out of it real quick, and it disappears. It's on my YouTube channel, and I sent you the link. And it's like 100. I'm in my car driving. I drive a 6-speed, so I'm
What's
trying
the name
to
of your
drive.
YouTube channel?
What's that?
What's the name of your YouTube channel? Wicked World?
Wicked World. Make sure it's 2 W's. Whenever you put in Wicked World, it brings up a whole bunch of Walt Disney stuff.
Got
so
it.
you got to do the search instead option, and then it'll bring you to me. And like I've got a couple other things on there, but there's one where I'm in the car, and like it's way up in the distance. You probably have to zoom in on it, maybe like slow it down. And like there's like clouds that looks kind of like a little triangle, and like over to the left of those clouds, you see this little ball shoot out from it.
Everybody go check it out. Wicked World with the 2 W's. And if you guys think it's worthy, hit me up on the email and say, let's go back and take a look at some of that evidence. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody who joined us in this live event. Again, we're going to be supplying the documents online of this apparent possible Stargate that was being developed in a nuclear storage area. Well, actually, there are nuclear weapons within this UK base. Are the documents legit? It seems that our source believes they are. He's willing to have the papers tested. So any help from the public, if we could find out about what we just showed to you tonight, would be really helpful. You guys be safe out there and keep your eyes on the skies. Blake Cousins, we'll see you real soon.